Hello, everyone. This is my action problem and solution proposal. My topic was the Suffolk Public School System, and basically, I feel like the major problem with the school system and the public school system in Suffolk is they are setting the kids who don't feel like they necessarily belong in college or are pursuing a higher level of education. They are just setting them to the side and just giving everyone the same structural education, which I feel like everybody should get an education based off what they want to do with their life. Even if you don't know what you want to do with your life, there are certain classes that I feel like everyone should be taking. So in Suffolk, there are a lot of low-income communities and low-income households and families, and a lot of kids are left on their own. A lot of kids don't have their parents around or only have one parent around. A lot of kids are left to take care of their siblings, and I feel like the high school especially should offer some classes that would benefit those kind of kids who don't really have that option of going to college, A, because it's too expensive, or B, because they have other responsibilities, or even if they just aren't interested in college. High school should have classes that will benefit them instead of just making them take the same classes that are preparing the students for college. I feel like the high school leaves a lot up to the parents in terms of teaching classes like financial planning or renting, buying groceries, getting a car, getting a job, and just a lot of stuff that kids nowadays kind of just have to learn on their own. A lot of kids don't have their parents around to teach them all of this stuff, and a lot of kids are on their own as soon as they turn 18 or are raised by their grandparents or just have a lot of family issues in general. As this action proposal will not only benefit the students, but it'll also create a lot more jobs for teachers and people who just want to give something to children. Like, they might not be teachers, but they might just share like life experiences or be someone to vent to and just stuff like that. So it will create a lot of new jobs, and I think that overall it'll benefit Suffolk as a society and like as a community. I feel like it will set a lot more people up for success, and a lot of people will be better. Just some of the class ideas that I have that I would implement into the curriculum. I would have a financial planning class where students can learn how to open their own checking account, maybe start a savings, how to budget their money with a job, just everything that has to deal with money, how taxes work maybe, because that was something that we lacked in school and something very confusing for me as a 19-year-old to learn. And then another class that I feel will be necessary is like a workplace readiness class. And this class will just basically prepare people for jobs, show people how to make resumes, get ready for interviews, maybe a little bit of public speaking, just to get familiar with that, customer service, and just like a lot of stuff like that. They could also have like specific trade classes, which I know that they do offer at a specific school in Suffolk, but you have to go off campus, and it's just a lot of work, and it also cuts into the time of actually being in school. So it's not beneficial to most students. Another class that I think would be beneficial is discussing credit, what credit actually is, how to build credit, how to maintain good credit, keeping up with bills in terms of credit, and that also has to do with buying a car, buying a house, maybe making a big purchase like a laptop or anything that would maybe require a loan. This class would definitely be beneficial. And another class I feel like is not talked about a lot, but maybe a mental health class, maybe psychology classes should start to be required, just understanding how your brain works, why you think the way you think, and why you feel the way you feel, just understanding what goes on in your head and learning better coping skills, coping mechanisms, learning like stress signs, how to deal with stress better, because that's something that I feel a lot of people lack nowadays. And overall, I feel like Suffolk Public Schools could just do a lot better with the classes they have to offer. I know that at the specific school I went to, there were not many class options. You were kind of limited on what you could choose, and it just really isn't beneficial to a lot of students. And I think that over time we will see everything get better. The success rate of students going up, they will be able to get better jobs. They will be able to start families, and just overall, I feel like high school in general has been teaching kids the wrong things. Our sciences are important. I understand that our histories are important, and our maths and our Englishes, they're all important, don't get me wrong. But I feel that there are more important classes to students who may not be as interested in that kind of stuff. And just even outside of the ones that I gave examples to, there are many, many classes that could be offered for students, and I think that is something that they should definitely look into. Thank you all for listening to my video, and I hope you agree